Hey y'all, hey, it's me again. So in today's video, we are going to talk about something that was brought to my attention and that I felt led in my heart to talk about. So as you guys can see from the title, we're going to talk about how to stay encouraged after having a miscarriage. So I did a Q&A on Instagram a couple of months ago, and this question was asked to me, hey girl, and there are other questions pertaining to pregnancy as well. So I guess I want to just take that and those other things and just kind of intertwine it together in this topic. And also I just want to thank you guys so much for all the love on my first miscarriage video. Like, it has gotten like over 30,000 views, and I'm just like, oh my god, like that's crazy. I just wanted to share my experience and everything, and people are still sending me emails, still sending me messages thanking me for sharing that. And I'm just mind blown how God just allows us to use our stories to bring inspiration and encouragement to others who may feel alone in their suffering. And I'm just thankful that I can use my platform to be a light in situations like this, to, you know, just to bring some hope to the world. Because if I've done that, I've done my job as a human being. Okay, so we're just gonna hop right into it. So without any further ado, let's get it. So let me just say, first and foremost, my heart and prayers are for anyone who is trying to conceive, who has had miscarriages, multiple miscarriages, who's going through fertility issues and everything. Like, my heart and prayers truly go out to you. You know, I'm just sending a lot of baby dust and prayers to thy womb and all that good stuff. Like, for real, like, I'm definitely praying for you. I'm definitely praying for you guys out there. So I'm going to try to be as sensitive as possible, because even though I've experienced one miscarriage, there are women who have experienced multiples. So I'm going to try to be as sensitive as possible to others who have gone through multiples and just feel like all hope is lost, because I know how it is to just want to give up. All right, so my first encouragement is, it is okay to feel how you feel. Okay, we are humans, we are women, okay? And you know, us women, we are some emotional human beings, okay? Like, we cry over our ice cream being gone because our husband ate our ice cream, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are very sensitive and very emotional. So it is okay to feel how you feel. It's okay to feel like this sunken feeling inside when everybody's popping up pregnant except you. It is okay. Like, you are entitled to feel how you feel, especially if that's something that you want and it's just not happening for you. Like, it is okay. But I don't want you to stay in that funk, okay? Because beating yourself up and crying over something out of your control is going to do more harm to your body than you realize, which I will talk about next or whatnot. So it's okay to go through the emotions, to go through the feelings. Just don't stay there, okay? There is a reason why things don't happen when we want. And if we are true believers of God and we really trust in his timing, it will make sense down the line. Like I said, had I gotten pregnant when I wanted to get pregnant at the time that I had a miscarriage, I would not have traveled out of the country. I would not have gone ziplining. I would not have rode a horse in a river. And there were other things I did in that season that I probably would not have done or could have done if I was pregnant. You know, and now, just looking how life has just transformed. Like, I'm in a new state. Like, things have just happened. Like, if I would have been pregnant when I wanted to be pregnant, I don't think things would have been like whatever. So it is okay to feel the feelings, but just don't stay there. Stay encouraged. You got to encourage yourself, you know, still do the work, you know, you got to keep riding the D and all that. You keep doing that, you know, you got to do the work. I mean, only Mary was blessed to be able to not do the work and still get pregnant, okay? But you got to do the work. That's the way we, you know, you just have to stay encouraged and, you know, go through the emotions, but just don't stay there, okay? Don't stress out. Like, I'm telling you, like, I know, and this is why I want to be sensitive, because I know there are people that be like, it's okay, you know, stop crying, stop worrying. It's like that. That's one thing you do not tell somebody that's gone through a loss, gone through miscarriage or whatever. You do not tell somebody to calm down and not to stress and all that. You know, you have to be sensitive, because everybody handles things differently, okay? Like, just because a month later I let go of that chapter of crying every day and being sad about my miscarriage, like, I literally had to let go and let God, because that was the only way that I was going to get through that season of pain and of loss. You know, I'm sure there are people that have gone through worse miscarriages, but like, I remember, like, I stood up to open my blinds and I just felt like this big old blob. And I remember the doctor saying that once I have like a lemon-sized blob, blood clot, that means that that's the baby. But when they did the ultrasound, they didn't see any babies. So that's why I was like, okay, well, what's going on or whatever. So when I got up to open the blinds, a big old blob came into my underwear, and I thought that that was a blood clot. It was a baby, you know what I'm saying? I saw the little hands, and it was like folded like a little, you know how fetus shaped when they're like 9 weeks or whatever. So that was traumatic. It was very traumatic. Just, you know, just thinking about it, it gets me emotional. But we passed that, you know what I'm saying? But I had to literally let go and let God take that pain and the, you know, the hurt that I felt, because it was something that I wanted for me and my family. And you know, it was a tough time. We don't understand how bad stress is to our body. Like, we have so much that we deal with on a daily basis, and it causes this internal stress. And when we have internal stress, it really does a number on our bodies. Like, research it. This is not me saying this. This is like literal research. Like, stress will kill you, and it will do more harm to your bodies than good. So yes, you may be in a season where you're confused, you're hurt, you're mad. Yes, feel those emotions. Don't let it get so bad that you're causing more harm to your body than you realize. So yeah, that's definitely something that I hope will help you to just feel content and just let go and let God in this season. So another thing is to let go of these fears, okay? Let go of the fear of that you're going to maybe lose the baby next time around, or like, what if this never happens for me, this and that, because we have to realize our minds are powerful. What a man thinks, they become. Well, in this case, what a woman thinks, it becomes. Not only is our tongue powerful, but our minds are powerful. So if you keep saying, oh, this is not gonna happen for me, or man, I can't get pregnant, or this and that, you're speaking this negative motion into motion, and then you probably wonder why it's not happening. You have to just keep believing. Like, I've been meditating on Mark 11. Oh Lord, what's the Bible verse? Mark 11 so heavy lately, because he specifically says in there, believe as if it is happening, or believe as if it happened. So that's where your faith has to activate, so that way it will happen when it's supposed to happen. Like for me, when I was pregnant with my son, I had all these different thoughts. Like, I don't want to say I thought the worst, but I had moments where I was thinking of bad things. Like, I was at that 9-week mark. That's where I had my miscarriage, at 9 weeks. So when I was pregnant again and I hit that 9-week mark, I just started having flashbacks. I was like, uh-oh, am I bleeding? Uh-oh. So I knew right then and there, like, I wasn't in the right mindset. So going on with the pregnancy, he's getting bigger and bigger, and we went to an appointment, and his heart is jumping. So his heart started jumping, started skipping beats. So we had to go to a prenatal intensive care unit in downtown Baltimore to monitor his heartbeat for a couple of weeks. And right there, I was just like, oh my God. Not only at that 9-week mark was I already fidgety about this pregnancy, then my son's heartbeat started skipping. So I really did not enjoy my pregnancy like I wanted to. Like, I know pregnancy is a beautiful time, it's a beautiful moment, but I really did not enjoy my pregnancy until I hit that 8-month mark, because I knew it was almost over, but I had some type of relief that I made it this far. So that's why when I do get pregnant this next time around, hopefully with a baby girl, but whatever God blesses us with, I am all happy, okay? I want to enjoy it. I don't want to be fidgeting. I don't want to be, stressing out and, doing all this, because then I'm doing more harm to my body than good. So that's why I pray, whenever I do get pregnant, if it's in the Lord's will, that I will thoroughly enjoy it. I will do photo shoots. I'll be tracking it every week, because I didn't get a chance to do that with Tristan because I was just paranoid. So I share that to say that I want you to not allow those fears or allow any type of fear to be placed into your heart that could jeopardize your blessing for coming. Or if you do get pregnant, or when you do get pregnant, we're gonna speak into existence, you have peace in your pregnancy, okay? Like my friend Emerald, she's pregnant again with her 5th child, and you guys got to hear her testimony. Like it's truly a blessing. Hear her share her story and be at peace. That was just like so reassuring, that when you just let go and give it to God, He will take care of it. And now she's about to be out of her 1st trimester, and I'm just so happy for her. So yes, let go of those fears and just trust and believe that you'll be okay. But I just want to share that, if it is taking you a while, please don't lose hope, okay? We have to understand that there's a time for everything. Like Ecclesiastes makes that clear as day, that there is a time for everything. So it may not happen, it may not be happening how you want it to happen, but as long as you keep believing, you keep taking your prenatals. I told y'all, take your prenatals before you conceive. Make sure you have a healthy diet going on. Make sure that you are living stress-free. I understand we're in a pandemic time and a lot of people are stressed out and worried. I mean, there's a lot of pregnant people who can't go to prenatal appointments with their husbands, and they may not be able to deliver with their husbands. So we have a lot of stuff to worry about. But remember, the worries and fears cause internal stress. And when we have internal stress, it does more harm than we realize. So just, take into consideration of those things. God knows our beginnings to our ends. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things where we may not understand, but trust me, He understands. And if you are a believer, then you just know that we have to trust His timing. I mean, there's just no negotiation. There's just no debate when it comes to His timing. You just have to trust it. But in the midst of trusting Him, just be mindful of what you're putting in your body, how your internal being is handling the stress of miscarriage. Miscarriage are, they're painful. Who wants to go through that? I don't even wish that upon my worst enemy, if I even have enemies, okay? Like, I don't wish that upon anybody, but it happens. So you just have to, just take it day by day. And that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to be sensitive, because I know it's something people really don't want to hear that. When I shared mine, it's not that I didn't want to hear it, but in that moment when you're like going through the pain, you're going through the emotions, how can this be okay when I'm hurting, I'm in pain? You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where you just have to just be sensitive. And and then if you are a friend of somebody that's going through that, just be there for them. Just be there for them, be their support system, and just let them know it's going to be okay, because it is going to be okay. Whether it's a year when they get pregnant or 5 years, it's going to be okay. Now we have science that can contribute with being pregnant and stuff like that, but in the midst of having a miscarriage, it's just one of those things where you just have to just believe. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. And like I said, thank you guys so much for reaching out to me and thanking me for the encouragement and just for that video. Like, I really didn't think, like I said, I've only experienced one. I pray that's the only time. And I pray that's the only one. But at the same time, we don't know tomorrow. We don't know the unknown. But I'm just glad that I could share my journey and could bring hope and inspiration to somebody out there that has gone through this and needed that. And like I said, I am praying and sending baby dust your way, sending blessings to thy womb and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.